If you have ever had your boundaries pushed, then you know how infuriating it can be. You understand well the sense of having your wishes and desires and declarations violated. What's the feeling? Isn't it a sense of somehow being disregarded and disrespected? Somebody says, "Don't push me." That's a warning. They're saying, "Watch out. You're getting too close to my boundaries." That's how wars begin, boundary violations. And I get it. There are few things as infuriating as watching your boundaries get pushed. I've said don't go there. I've told you I'm not ready for that. I've begged you to respect that. Why are you still pushing? At first I was annoyed, and then you pushed some more. Then I got mad and I warned you again, but you're not hearing me. You keep pushing on my boundaries. And now I'm ready to go to war with you. You know the feeling. You know the feeling. And it's not only nations that go to war with each other. Families and friendships fall apart because of boundary issues. You've got some people around you who are so caught up in their own world that they can't even see your boundaries, or they're too self-centered to care about your boundaries. There are no two ways about it. It's not right. Boundaries are there for a reason. There's nothing wrong with having boundaries, and boundaries should be respected. After all, that's why we have boundaries. But what people don't tell you about boundaries is that boundaries are about balance. Every time you enter a new environment, you're looking for balance. So you quickly set out to define your boundaries. Move to a new city, and what do? Move to a new city, and whether you know it or not, what you're doing is setting up boundaries. I don't go into that part of town. I don't shop in that store. I don't go to that school. I don't hang out with those people. And the list goes on. But 6 months later, you've created a mental boundary in that city. The same thing is true about stages of life. Different stages of life, different boundaries. There are emotional boundaries too. No-go areas. When I'm feeling a certain kind of way, don't push me. I'm feeling vulnerable right now, and I don't want to go there with you right now. Respect my boundaries, please. Whether there are ideas or situations or people, environments will push your boundaries. That's inevitable. What I want to know is what is happening when your environment is consistently pushing on your boundaries. You move from one place to another and your boundaries are still being pushed. You go from this person to that person and your boundaries are still being pushed. And you are noticing it. And it's something that you can't just ignore. I want to suggest to you again that it is about balance. Boundaries equal balance. And if your environment is consistently pushing on your boundaries, it means that something in your environment is out of balance. The facts are, people can be thoughtless, they can be rude, unappreciative, and disrespectful. But sometimes, when it comes to the violation of your boundaries, it's not them. It could be you. Boundaries maintain your level. Balance. And when your level is ready to change, but you're not, that's called friction. And it feels like a constant pushing on your boundary. So before you go to war about your boundaries, ask yourself, is it about them? Or is this about switching levels? Your environment will always leave clues, and if it keeps pushing, it could be a clue. It could be a clue that it's time to switch levels. It could be a clue that it's time to forsake the comforts of where you used to be and start letting go and start exploring new perspectives. It could be a clue that it's time to finally let go, open up, and look dead into the eyes of the demons that have haunted you. Your boundaries are about your balance. So ask yourself, what's out of balance? My name is Angelo, and I'm the motivator.